Savant syndrome is a rare condition in which persons with various developmental disorders, including autistic disorder, have an amazing ability and talent. The condition can be congenital, genetic, or inborn, or can be acquired later in childhood, or even in adults. The savant skill coexists with various neurodevelopmental conditions, including autistic disorders or intellectual disability or other conditions such as genetic disorders, brain malformations or injury, or other disease that occurs before, prenatal, during, perinatal, or after birth, postnatal, or even later in childhood or adult life.
Savant syndrome was first properly recognized by Dr. J. Landon Down. He also originated the term Down syndrome. In 1887, he coined the term idiot savant, meaning loud, intelligent, and from the French savoir, knowing or wise, to describe someone who had extraordinary memory but with a great defect in reasoning power. This term is now a little used because of its inappropriate connotations, and the term savant syndrome has now been more or less adopted. Another term, autistic savant, is also widely used, but this can be somewhat misleading.
Characteristics. It occurs in males more frequently than in females, in an approximate ratio of 6 to 1. These skills can appear suddenly, without explanation, and have been reported as sometimes disappearing just as suddenly. It is useful to put these special skills into the following three categories. Splinter skills, where the individual possesses specific skills that stand in contrast to their overall level of functioning. Talent 7, where the individual displays a high level of ability that is in contrast to their disability. And the last one, prodigious 7, which involves a much rarer form of the condition, where the ability or brilliance is not only spectacular, in contrast to the disability, but would be spectacular even if viewed in a non-disabled person.
Skills. Memorization. Superior memory is a common feature of Savant syndrome, but it also can be a special skill in its own right. There are cases of savants who had memorized population statistics, telephone booths, bus schedules, and in one remarkable case, the 9-volume editions of Gross Dictionary of Music and Musicians.
Lightning calculation. This is exhibited in the instantaneous calculation of multiplications, square roots, etc. The determination of prime numbers or subitizing.
Calendar calculating, often involving the ability to identify the day of the week upon which a particular day falls, in one case, anytime in the last or next 40,000 years.
Musical ability. This is a relatively common savant skills, the co-occurs of musical genius. Blindness and learning disability is a striking feature here. Savant will have perfect pitch and can play a complete piece of music after hearing it only once. Usually playing piano by ears and almost always with perfect pitch. Musical performance abilities are dominant, but outstanding composing skills have been documented as well, most often linked to performance ability, but not necessarily so. The triad of mental disability, blindness, and musical genius occurs with a curious, conspicuous frequency in reports over this past century.
Artistic ability, usually painting or drawing, is seen as most frequently. Other forms of artistic talent can occur as well, such as sculpting, learning, calculating, or other mathematical skills, such as the ability to compute multi-digit prime numbers contrasts, with the inability to perform even simple arithmetic has often been reported.
Language ability. This is fairly rare, but there is one well-documented case of a savant with CNS damage since birth who could read, write, and translate 15 to 20 languages.